Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming with me, Tony Mo, and we're here today playing some Homeworld Remastered. Homeworld Remastered is the latest sort of collaboration that Gearbox has done with the original devs. Actually, it's the only collaboration that Gearbox has ever done with the original devs of the original Homeworld, the game that released back in 1999 and then went on to have one sequel. Gearbox and a lot of the guys who did the original art, the original design, sat down with some new devs and made this happen, and boy am I glad they did, because back in 1999, I wasn't that seriously into the world of PC games. I mean, I was playing some games on PC, but for me, N64, Nintendo was like everything that mattered. I just had Nintendo Power, I was going to the flea market and, you know, absorbing every little bit of information I could about anything on the N64 and all the other Nintendo consoles. PC gaming was just something that I did. My PC was not very powerful. I was playing, you know, games like F-22 Lightning that barely ran on my PC, Road Rash, and a lot of adventure games at the time like Myst and Riven. Well, those games are probably later, but you get the idea. I wasn't really in the shape, or the age for that matter, being 9 years old, to play something like Homeworld on my PC. Homeworld was a game that was actually quite a hog for PCs of the time. You really had to have a decent rig. So here we have Homeworld Remastered, this massive bundle that's around $40. It's Homeworld 1 and 2, the original game, now in digital form for the first time, as well as remasters of both of those games. It also has a multiplayer beta that basically is a combination of elements of Homeworld 1 and 2 that you can play and help them test and help them develop. It's still very much broken, I will make that known. I've tried to play it, and basically from what I've been able to figure out with some of the guys from Praxis, you can't really play with more than 2 people. The game just crashes endlessly. But I'm not too concerned about the multiplayer, because if you pick this up, you are more than getting your money's worth with the campaigns offered in Homeworld 1 and 2 Remastered. This is more than an HD remake. This is a restoration of an original that many of us never got to experience. It's a second chance. And it is also one of the best RTSs I've ever played. So we're going to hop right into my single player game. I'm on mission 4 right now. We're going to restart that mission entirely because I have not been successful in my last 2 attempts. And we're going to play the game, and we're going to talk a little bit about it and why I've been enjoying it so much. For me, I've never really been a huge RTS guy. There's been RTSs out there that I've really enjoyed. I loved the Dawn of War series most recently. You know, I'm a big Warhammer fan. StarCraft, the original, was something I kind of got to play with when I was growing up, as well as Command & Conquer. I had a friend who was really big into Command & Conquer, but they were never games that really captured my attention. I have to say, after playing Homeworld, I feel like I'm more open to try to spend a little bit more time with some of those experiences and give them another go and see if maybe I can't find the fun in them. But for me, there wasn't enough there to make me want to continue to play them. I mean, I love strategy games, but when I sit down to play a video game, I want more than just the straight up strategy and what's offered to me. I want, you know, to feel like I'm a part of the game.
Our people violated a 4,000-year-old treaty forbidding us to develop hyperspace technology. Extermination of our planet was...
Okay, I don't even want to hear it because it's so sad and depressing, this story. The point that my people is currently at right now. Basically, semantics have led to the destruction of our people. It's effed up. But as I was saying, I've never really been able to genuinely, thoroughly throw myself into a lot of RTSs, especially these 4X space games. Galactic Civilization is a very good one. I personally just never was able to get into the game. I tried playing it with some of the guys from Praxis. I was actually gifted a copy by Dreven, and you know, as much as I try and play it with them, number one, I'm terrible at it, and number two, I can't seem to get into it. I just don't know what it is. So the thing for Homeworld with me, though, was after hearing so many people speak so greatly about the game in its past, you know, the original game, and then watching a lot of the panels that the devs were on with Gearbox, some of the recent conventions, there just was so much passion going in this project, I figured I had to check it out. And I'm really glad I did, because there's so much more than just the RTS elements to Homeworld that make it a really, really special experience. And the campaign, the way the single player campaign is done with its own little story, wonderful cutscenes, and it's just so good. Oh, it really has pulled me in almost instantly. But let's get our guys out there. They're gonna go ahead and collect these resources, of which we have none, which is pretty rough right now. That's really our core goal right now, for me anyways, is to get resources as quickly as possible, back to the mothership so we can then go ahead and build this thing right here. This is the resource controller. That's going to allow us to put a ship out here among the asteroids that they can then bring their resources to, rather than making the jump all the way back to the mothership. That's a long flight. The resource collector ships are very slow. They're not meant for speed. They're very boxy and squared off. So that's our core goal right here. We're going to try and focus on talking about the game and the things that I found pretty awesome about it, while at the same time focusing on what's going on here. The biggest thing with this remastered, why it is honestly one of the greatest HD collections, HD remakes of all time. I mean, I think the Master Chief Collection is really good when it comes to its visual improvements. I mean, it looks leaps in just bounds above the original Halo games. It's outstanding what they've done with that, mostly for Halo 2, of course. But sadly, that game has a lot of other issues. But that still doesn't detract from its single-player experience being really spectacular. And the same thing goes with Homeworld here, and I think Homeworld definitely goes... It one-ups the Master Chief Collection quite a bit, because you have a game that was made in 1999. If you look at footage of the original game and then compare it to this, it's like... I mean, this is just like a game that just came out. The texture work is outstanding. I mean, there's some blurry textures here and there, but the game is freaking gorgeous, without a doubt. It is absolutely stunning. I love watching just these collectors, you know, suck the resources out of these asteroids. So there we go. He's heading back already. You can see his ship rotate, his boosters fire up, and oh, I mean, you'll see later on when we get into combat, but to me, this game is the definitive example of a cinematic experience.
Mothership.
You know, Battlefield and Call of Duty all try to claim to be these cinematic first-person shooters. Meanwhile, Homeworld's over here like, yo, 1999 cinematic RTS, yo, in space, bro. I mean, it really is just that stunning to watch the game when it's in full motion. Stunning enough that when the multiplayer starts working, I will more than gladly spend hours upon hours sitting here, maybe eating lunch or, you know, working on something completely different while watching people play the multiplayer in spectator mode. Because it's just that, it's that pretty, it really is. Alright, both the resource collectors are going back to the ship. You'll see I've already got some groups formed up here. Let's actually add this guy to this group. Really simple grouping mechanic, basically highlight the units that you want, and then go ahead and hotkey them. Nice and easy. So they're already in group 1. We need to get all these guys in group 3. Good to go there. We've got our salvage corvettes, and we also have a repair corvette. Repair corvette is a very useful tool. I wish I had more than one right now, but just our resources aren't really allowing for it. We just need to get this resource controller up and built, up and running, for that matter. I mean, see, it's just so slow moving. They gotta go all the way back out there. Cool thing, though, if we focus on these guys, they actually do dock with the mothership. It's not just some, you know, fly up and drop resources off. There's these docking ports right here that they latch onto and dump resources on. And that's just awesome. That's just so awesome.
That's everything. Seal the port.
Look at that! I love it! Oh, so wonderful. Alright, that's enough resources. Okay, it's not enough. It's not actually enough to get that ship built, which is kind of depressing. This guy didn't bring back anything.
Class mass signature. It's coming in fast. Power readings are off the scale. Full combat alert. Stand by for contact.
Oh, okay, this is a good part. We're just gonna watch this and enjoy this, because this is a wonderfully put together cinematic. And an awesome piece of story as well. The music, man. It's giving me the feels. It's so good.
Ambassador away.
Oh my god, just the music, the sound effects, everything is so dialed, man. It is genuinely movie quality. If not, it's better than a movie, let's be honest, because it's so sci-fi, it's not even funny.
Almost there. Fleet, we've lost guidance and are being drawn in. activity inside. I can see.
We are the Ventusi, and welcome you on spacefaring cultures, beyond bound. The Elders trade routes were established for the first time by our ancestors. The resources you collect are of value to the Ventusi exchange. They will serve as an acceptable medium for trade. It has been our custom to equip trading partners with an exchange unit. It is therefore been provided to your ambassador as a gesture of goodwill.
Fleet, this is Ambassador. We are clear of the Ventusi vessel. All systems green. Harbor Control has released guidance and the exchange unit is secure. Receiving crews. Prep the quarantine chamber.
Roger that. Quarantine standing by.
Ventusi trading.
So good. All right. So we need to quickly purchase this before we burn up all of our.
Servants of the Tide End are arriving. They must not learn of our contact. We must depart. All that moves is easily heard in the void. We will listen for you. Farewell.
So that was actually a big mistake I just made there, because we could have actually held off on purchasing anything from them and they would have stayed around a bit longer, and then we would have delayed the amount of time we had, I believe, between these dudes attacking. I think. I've done it before, and we didn't. Which means we have no resources, we still have not built our resource controller, we do not have many forces to actually engage in combat, and combat is going to be coming very, very soon. So, we'll see how this goes. This is going to be one hell of a fight. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be real rough. Okay, what we need to do is actually, I want to start getting some of these guys out where they need to be here. I love this view, by the way. I mean, this is, when I talk about how I feel like games lack in giving you a sense of, like, what is your purpose? RTSs, specifically, are terrible at this, I feel. This is just, I don't know, the way everything's laid out, and the bits and pieces of story that help to sort of drive you into the experience do a very good job. Alright, let's get on these guys. It does a very good job of making you feel like you are a commander, standing inside the mothership, at your hollow table, commanding your forces, in what is, you know, possibly the final days of your entire race at this point in the story. It's intense. I love it. I love it. Alright, let's get on these guys. I know, we're aware, man. We're ready for this. Resource collectors are coming back to the ship. That is good. Let's go ahead and let's get on these guys. I just really want to wipe out as many of these guys as quickly as possible. We're actually going to try and do single focus. Once these guys get closer, we're going to form a squad with them.
Reporting.
Alright, let's go ahead and do a formation here. Send them out to attack these guys.
Group 3 copies.
The heavy corvettes we're actually going to keep back here to guard the ship.
Destination locked in.
Resources inbound. We should be able to finish building this controller, get the controller out there into that asteroid belt. Get some more resources flow pumping in here. We really need to get that going quickly, because at the end of this mission we're going to need to have some serious firepower to prevent these guys from running away if we manage to make it there. We've got 2 standard corvettes inbound. Actually, a whole group of standard corvettes inbound. That's way more than 2.
Strike group to battle positions. Strike group stand down. Group 1.
Let's go ahead and break formation.
Group 2 standing by.
Unit 1 is going there. Unit 2 is going here. They're going to clear off any fighters.
Locked on target. Group 3 copies.
Get Unit 3 on these guys as well.
To increase harvesting efficiency, move your resource controller as close to heavy resource areas as possible.
Come on, guys. Engage these dudes. Do not let them get to the mothership.
Strike group under enemy attack. Group 1. Resource operation reporting enemy contact. Group 2 copies. Resource collector under attack.
This is turning into some serious crap. Let's get the Corvette. No, not you guys. You guys need to go back and attack. Screwed that one up pretty badly.
Resource collector taking enemy fire. Group 2 standing by.
Mothership.
Resource collector under attack.
Supporting friendly units. Standing by. Resource collector taking enemy fire. Destination locked in. Assume combat stations. Resource collector taking enemy fire. Moving to destination. En route.
Alright, we'll get a resource controller out there.
Resource collector under attack. On our way. Moving to intercept. Resource collector taking enemy fire. Group 3, docking underway. Target confirmed. Dock order confirmed. Resource collector under attack. Group 3 reporting. Understood. Group 3 reporting. Lock all weapons on target.
Actually, going to use these 2 heavy corvettes to try and clear up the guys here.
Strike group to battle positions. Resource collector
This is
taking enemy fire.
actually going really badly right now. We're really spread out. There's a lot of scattered enemy units, so we gotta just kind of pick and choose what we feel is the most important right now. We need to get some frigates actually built up. We need either an assault or the ion cannon frigate would be really great. That's actually the upgrade that we purchased from the Ventuzzi. This is really not good though. There are way too many targets still on the battlefield, and we now have frigates all over the place. Lovely.
Under attack. Resource operation reporting enemy contact. Strike group prepare for assault.
We're gonna try and do single target focus and see if we can't clean these guys up quicker. Meanwhile, we're gonna get Group 1 and Group 3 on this first ion frigate here.
Resource collector taking enemy fire. We've got enemy contact. Resource collector taking enemy fire. Group 2 copies. Resource
It's not going well.
enemy fire. Resource collector under attack.
We're gonna have to get more interceptors out. Actually, can we build some more corvettes? Let's get some more heavy corvettes out
Under
here.
attack. Assembly underway. Berths are clear.
Build some more interceptors as much as we can.
Stay on top of them.
We'll have to hold off on the frigates. It's a risky strategy, but if we die now, we won't even have a chance to use those frigates. So
Group 2 copies.
Heavy corvette complete.
Supporting friendly units. Attack coordinates locked in.
all right, we're gonna bring Group 2 in. They're doing some serious damage to the mothership.
I'm taking hits here. Strike group to battle positions. Strike group, prepare for assault. Strike group to battle positions. Group 2.
Interceptor complete.
Group 3. Resource collector under attack. Lock all weapons on target. Resource collector taking enemy fire. Group 2 standing by.
Combat stations look sharp.
Heavy corvette complete.
Attack coordinates locked in. Resource collector under attack. Confirmed. Engaging. Group 1 reporting. Mobile refinery under attack. Strike group attack order confirmed. Group 3. Resource operation reporting enemy contact. Moving to intercept. Group 3 standing by. Group 1. Resource collector under attack.
This is rough. This is rough.
Assembly underway.
Let's try and get another heavy corvette out.
Mobile refinery under attack.
We're actually cleaning up these frigates pretty quickly. Luckily we have a pretty large number of these interceptors over here. Also, these heavy corvettes are definitely helping the situation.
Group 1 standing by.
Heavy corvette complete.
Resource operation reporting enemy contact. Under attack. What's the call? Resource collector taking enemy fire. Group 3 standing by. Attack coordinates locked in. Intercept course punched in. Group 2 standing by. Copy. Target confirmed.
These guys are really struggling out here though. It's a bit of an issue. I'm going to try and do single target focus again. See if they can't just group together, clean up each of these targets one by one. This is rough though, that's for sure.
Group 1 standing by. Group 3 copies.
The mothership's doing alright though. I mean, luckily it has a lot of health. We do have the repair on it, so.
Situation here.
Drawing heavy fire.
Taking damage, fleet.
Confirmed. Repairs initiated.
Combat stations look sharp.
Ready. Coming into dock. Repairs initiated.
There's no reason for that salvage corvette to be out here.
Taking hits here. Moving to intercept. Copy. Dock order confirmed. Group 1. Group 1. Group 2 reporting. Attack vector laid in. Show no mercy.
Just make sure these guys aren't aggressive. We're gonna do the same thing.
Weapon set to full power. Group 3 reporting.
Taking damage, fleet.
Show no mercy. Resource collector under attack.
I think those dudes were actually on defensive, and a couple of them were on passive, which,
Group 1 standing by.
I mean, I was telling them to attack, but that's still an issue.
Group 3 reporting.
That may have been a part of our problem here.
Roger. Reporting.
Let's see what's going on with this guy. He's in a little bit of combat here.
Resource operation reporting enemy contact.
Oh, look at that. What a maneuver. Yeah, smoke him. That's what's up, man. This dude's an ace pilot over here. It's easily one of the most enjoyable aspects of this game. It's just watching this stuff go down from, you know, this ultra zoomed in perspective. You got the exhaust trails on all the different ships, man. It's just wonderful.
Confirmed.
Group 1 reports victory.
En route. Group 1 reporting.
Well done, guys. Did we clean everything up here? Oh, we did, man. Nicely done. Alright, get in there and help these guys out.
Strike group prepare for assault.
Let's go, 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 go.
Standing by. Docking underway.
Repair corvettes already repaired the mothership till full. That's what I'm talking about.
Moving to intercept.
Group 3, you guys get in there as well.
Coordinates locked in.
Whoever this dude is, get in there as well.
Ready. Coordinates confirmed. Docking signal green. Confirmed.
Group 3 assigned.
There we go.
Target confirmed.
Reinforce Group 3. Move them into attack. Let's make it happen.
Group 5 copies. Group 4 reporting. Group 1. Group 2 standing by.
We got those 2 more ion frigates that just showed up top there. So we want to clean these guys up as quickly as we can. We really need resources in there, man. This is bad. Did we lose? Uh-oh.
Group 4 copies.
Oh, they are not in good shape.
Group 1. Roger. Pursuing targets.
Gonna send the repair frigate out.
Repair order confirmed. Resource collector taking enemy fire.
Hopefully you can get some heals on these guys. Because we cannot lose them. They are they are extremely vital to the success of our mission. To the success of everything, for that matter. The music in this game is absolutely phenomenal, though. It is the first thing you notice, and it is the thing you notice the most. Alright, this is bad. I would have liked to have those frigates gone before this guy showed up, but that's just not the case right now.
Group 2 standing by.
Group 2 destroyed.
Group 1 copies. Strike group prepare for assault. Group 1 reporting. Group 3 standing by.
Group 1 reports enemy contact.
Engaging targets of opportunity. We've got enemy contact.
We should have a frigate out by now, and we don't. This is really bad. We're not going to take that carrier down without some serious firepower, that's for sure.
Group 1 copies. Group 3.
Group 2 is essentially gone at this point, to be
Strike
honest.
group to battle positions. Group 3 copies.
Keep Group 3 on there. Let's take a look at our resource collector guys. They've been repaired, that's good.
Group 1 standing by.
Oh, we got one more ship here, guys. Smoke this thing. Just get it out of here.
Standing by.
Let's get the repair corvette back to the ship.
Group 1 standing by. Group 3 copies.
Come on, just drop this last corvette already, man. We need him gone. There we go. Alright, fellas. Onto the frigate. Hit him hard. Come on. Bring it. Gotta take these guys down quick.
Roger. Confirmed.
We need to get these research units in way quicker. Oh, this is bad. We need to start building these frigates. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right now. Actually, let's cancel that one. Let's go with the ion frigate right off the bat. It's just gonna be more effective against that carrier.
Group 1. Acknowledged. Green line confirmed.
Let's get this guy in closer. Alright, I don't actually want them to attack this guy yet. This is an issue. I'm not sure how this actually works, but I think once we start attacking him, that's kind of going to be the trigger to when he decides to jump and warp out of here, and we do not have the firepower right now, but it looks like they're already going to go ahead and do that anyway, so we don't really have any choice here. Let's just hit him as hard as we can. Hopefully we'll get these frigates in as quickly as possible. I just don't think we're going to be mission successful this time around. I need to rework my resource strategy. That's what I need to do. And we should have burned more time negotiating with the Ventili on that. However you say their name. I forgot how you say it already. Anyways, on that trade, because that would have given us more time to gather resources. That was a really stupid mistake on my part. But yeah, the game's not easy. One of the things I do enjoy about it is that it is far less complex than most 4X space games, things like Galactic Civilization, which, don't get me wrong, wonderful game. You know, there's nothing wrong with complex strategy games. That's why people play strategy games usually. But I feel that, you know, Homeworld just kicks the difficulty down a little bit. It's definitely still very much a strategic experience. There's just not so many of these smaller elements that you have to worry about and all these little different, you know, resources and things you have to worry about. There's one type of resource unit, not like 5 or 6, and that's all you really have to focus on. It's pretty much gather resources, do it as efficiently and as quickly as possible. I guess that's the same thing technically. And build powerful things to crush other powerful things. Very simple. Anybody can play it, really. And that's what I like about it, is that you don't have to spend a ton of time learning the game to enjoy Homeworld. And there's a very simple tutorial, and then boom, go into the single player campaign, and it's just a nice blend of everything. It's like this really perfect sauce. You know, you don't just have, you know, really nicely refined 3D space combat, which is one of the things that I love about this game as well. It's not on a, you know, a flat plane for that matter, a 1D plane. And you know, you also have a really great story. Alright, we need to get this frigate up here. We're wasting our time. I didn't even realize that thing was already built. It's like, I would like to just go ahead and burn our resources on a bunch of these smaller things, but I just don't think it's going to be worth it. I really don't think it is. These are going to be so weak against this. I don't want to just get a bunch of these when we could get another frigate in, but we just don't even have the resources for the frigate. I'm hoping they just drop soon. He's definitely going to jump away. I don't think this is going to happen. It's sad, but that's just how it's going to go down.
Mothership. Mothership.
We'll set the rally object as that, so any freshly manufactured ships that we build will go right after this guy as soon as they get out into the air. Okay, there we go. We got resources. Let's build another one quickly. Ion cannon frigate. Let's get it up and going. Okay, we have some leftover resources then. We're gonna get some heavy corvettes out. We should have enough for about 2 of them after that.
Ready.
Let's check this thing out while it's doing some laser blasting.
Copy.
The carrier is retreating. If it escapes, they will warn the
Yeah, we're not gonna make it happen.
Do not allow them to hyperspace.
Pretty much once they go after the retreat like this, I mean, you have like no time at all. It's just game over. I mean, even with this thing doing some heavy damage, that's just it. He's gone. At least we can watch it look all pretty and devastating while we lose. I wonder if the fact that it's firing this laser is actually enough force that it would push the ship backwards so they fire the engines. Okay, no. I'm not firing their engine that time. It's not that crazy. But he's gone. He's jumping. I've had him down to less health in the same amount of time and he still made the jump, so there's just no way it's going to happen.
Group 1 standing by.
I wonder if we can kamikaze this.
Group 3.
I mean, he's so close. The ship is just on fire. Oh, maybe we'll actually get him. We might get him. Come on. Come on, guys. Nope. That's it. He jumped. Every time. This is the third time I've done this mission. It's so fractionally freaking close, man. Oh, that's rough. I have to rework my strategy on that one. But that's been a look at just one of the 30+ missions I believe exist in the single-player campaign for Homeworld 1 Remastered. You still have Homeworld 2 Remastered. This is honestly the best value for money this year, hands down. I mean, it's just so much content at such a ridiculously low price. Like I said, the game's $34.99 right now, with 10% off for its Steam launch price. It's gonna go up to its full price of $40. Just if you like RTSs, you like space, you like 4X games, do yourself a favor and buy this. I mean, you're gonna get countless hours of enjoyment out of it. And if you've never played Homeworld like myself, I mean, this is the chance to experience an RTS that was way before its time. This feels like such a relevant game, me playing this right now. And I know there are people out there who played the original who are going to love it for the nostalgia factor, but if those of you who never touched it, this is the opportunity to play something that is truly just wonderful. It's an amazingly crafted RTS in all aspects. You have a very, simple, but still challenging strategy element. I love the 3D control element of the game. It's not like it's extremely impactful to the actual gameplay, but it does allow you to set up for little bits of flanks and things like that. You have the fact that the game is obsessively cinematic in everything that it does. I mean, just sitting there watching your ship's battle is quite a bit of fun. And while you still have to be, sort of on point with everything you do, the game is much more slow-paced than something like StarCraft. These games that require just non-stop command from the player. It's a little bit more laid back. I mean, don't get me wrong, you still have to be on point. You can't be wasting time letting, something like I just did, a frigate sit at your mothership when it should be attacking, but it's much more laid back than most RTX experience, and I think a lot of people will find it enjoyable for that reason. It'll be easier to play for them, and at the same time, it's in space. It's like a frickin' space opera, this game. It really is. The music is so outstandingly well done. Not just the music itself, but the moments when it comes into play, and the types of music that are played in certain situations. I mean, this is such a great game. I cannot believe this came out in 1999. I know this is remastered. I know they've done a lot to it, but I'd like to to realize that a lot of this is the original game. It's still there. It's just been improved visually. They've redone the audio. They've remastered the audio is what they've done. It's still the same original audio recordings. They've just cleaned it up a lot, and it is it is an experience that you cannot miss if you enjoy these types of games. And to be honest, I think this would make a great first RTS for anybody who's never played an RTS, especially if you enjoy space. A lot of us out there right now waiting for Star Citizen, waiting for Elite to continue to develop. Try something that is space-themed that's a little bit different. Check out Homeworld. I'll have a link to the Steam page in the description below if you're interested. Do yourself a favor, though. If you're unsure about it still, go watch some more Let's Plays, maybe check out some people streaming it, and at the end of the day, all I can say is I can't recommend it enough, and do whatever you can to play this thing, because it is more than worth it. If you guys have any questions about the game, anything you saw here, anything that I didn't talk about, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.